Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. If it's your first time here, my name is Michael Shu and welcome. Today we're going to be talking about 3 things that you should do before you start your pilot training. This video is going to be geared towards those people who have no background in aviation whatsoever, but still want to become pilots. I remember when I wanted to become a pilot, I was like, where do I even begin? This just seems like a huge and daunting task. But you guys have come to the right place. Be sure to watch the very end of this video, as the last advice is very important. Before we dive into this video, if you guys aren't subscribed, I'd really appreciate it if you guys went down and smashed the subscribe button, and don't forget to leave a thumbs up. It's gonna help me out a ton. Without further ado, let's dive into this video. First thing everyone should do before they start their pilot training is go on a discovery flight. You might be wondering, what is a discovery flight? That's when you and an instructor go up in a small plane and see whether or not you like flying. A lot of times, people sign up for a month-long course not even knowing if they like flying. They go up in the airplanes for the first time and they do steep turns and their stomach starts getting upset, or they get dizzy. They do power on, power off stalls and they start freaking out and they realize flying is just not for them. So before you enroll in a class, go and find out whether or not you like flying by going on a discovery flight. You guys might be wondering, where do you even book this discovery flight? Well, most flight schools offer a discovery flight. Go on Google Maps or Apple Maps, type in flight school, give the nearest one a call and ask them, hey, I have no background in aviation whatsoever, but I want to become a pilot. Do you guys offer discovery flights? Oftentimes, the discovery flight is the first flight you'll fly in that school, and oftentimes that discovery flight will be discounted. If they don't mention anything about discount, make sure to ask, hey, do you offer a discount on a discovery flight? I just want to see whether or not I like flying. Oftentimes, they'll give you a discount. Sometimes they won't, but hey, doesn't hurt to ask, right? Once you book your discovery flight, here is another pro tip. Before you go on that discovery flight, go and buy yourself a logbook. That's because after your discovery flight, you're able to log the hours in your logbook. Those hours will count, especially when you want to move on to the airlines, those hours will help you. Once you've gone on a discovery flight and you know you like flying, number 2 is find a flight school for you. Don't just go on the website of a flight school and give them a call. That is not enough research. You have to physically go to the flight school, talk to the CFIs, see the airplanes, see the maintenance, ask questions, and that's how you really get to do research on a flight school. Going on the website is not enough because everything on the website is promoting how great the flight school is. Calling them is not enough as well. You have to physically and go to that flight school and be the judge for yourself. Ask the important questions like, where do you do your maintenance? How many airplanes are there? How many students are there? Knowing the ratio between airplanes and students are important. Another important ratio is how many instructors to students there are. You don't want just a few instructors, but so many students where the instructor is not going to have enough time for you. And that goes for the same as airplanes. You want there to be so many students and everyone's fighting time for airplane time that you don't have time to train. So go and physically do research, find a flight school for you. Tip number 3, like I said, might be the most important, is go and get a first class medical. Some students start their training without even getting a medical, and it's time for them to solo, and they realize they don't qualify for a medical. Now you're in this awkward stage where you paid so much money for training, but you can't even get a medical. It's like, what do we do now? Let's eliminate all of that before you even start training. Go and get a first class medical. And that's very important because if you eventually want to become an airline pilot, you need a first class medical. However, if you just want to become a pilot for fun, you don't need a first class medical. You could just get a third class medical. But if you're doing this as a career, before you even start training, go out and get that first class medical. And then you know you're safe. You can actually qualify for a first class medical. So those are 3 things you should do before you start your flight training. Number 1, go on a discovery flight. Number 2, do research on a flight school, physically go and ask questions. Number 3 is get a first class medical. And in the future, I'm gonna be doing a video on how to find the perfect flight school for you. What are some things to look at flight schools, indications that knowing that they are gonna be a good flight school. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions whatsoever, be sure to reach out to me on Instagram at MichaelHSU95. I love helping people succeed. I was previously in your position wanting to become a pilot, but have no idea where to even begin. So I totally understand the confusion, the frustration, all the feelings you are going through. If you have any other questions, leave it in the comments down below. We're a community and we're here to help each other. Hope you guys enjoyed this video and I will see you guys later. Bye.